It's great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, Dayton Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Hollywood is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Seminoles ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Making the adjustment on the play. Trying to establish the run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat-and-mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
Surge ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Hammond.
Took it back. I thought he was going to drop
back.
These
linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
On the run, it's Singleton. Got enough for the first down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Noles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Running the red zone, it's Singleton. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air, it's Hammond. Look out. Got a man in the middle. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might as well give it to him again. Fighting off the defender. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they do.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
See some running room.
Come on,
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was paid off.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Rush is on. Left side is Singleton. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Right side, it's Carter. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. And the Knowles headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Slings it downfield.
Got him and nobody's close. Not diving,
going to keep this drive humming. Hits inside. It's Singleton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes.
Fires to the right.
That's amazing.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the backfield, it's Gentry. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
2nd and long here. Out wide right, it's Avery. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
And I mean, rob it like that.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Where is my nigga going?
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Running inside, it's Singleton. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll run the screen. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands. But the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Making his first move. Coverage gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Oh, into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun. Out wide left, it's Carter. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lining up the scoreboard. All of a sudden, on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Sets his feet. It's Hammond. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honest,
snags it and he's open. The 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Takes the easy completion. Bring him down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And they can't make the connection. Third and long right here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unleashes to the end zone.
Woo!
Red Raiders. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a
Who wants
QB
to take
and a
off?
wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's
Dude,
going
am I
to
supposed to take
be, and
off?
be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has
They
to
don't
be
up
great
and down.
because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And they did tack on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Second down, gonna throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play.
Yeah, haha.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Oh, pressure's coming.
Is it turn on?
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They don't need a bunch on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught, it's Carter.
Man, I knocked my own nigga
They stop him
over.
at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Bust a pass. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wide.
Ah!
They are on the move as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Picked off inside the 20. And they snuck out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over
what the fuck?
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Makes a ground room to run. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Push nigga down to play that shit. He run away.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Wants to throw one first. Finds us back in the middle. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Just barely got rid of it.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's Singleton. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. Gets rid of it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
This time on target. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw.
Oh, so
he
good.
just dropped it
So
so
mean.
close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They're all over it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Back's got it on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Makes the grab. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Iowa taking on the number 18 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the home team keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball, looking to take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Driven back.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Dude, I swear to God.
He's close to the first
I
down,
would
but they're
put
gonna
me
mark
on that
him just
fucking
a little
safety.
short.
A really nice job by the quarterback, putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Singleton.
I knew it.
Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want in those 4th and 2 situations.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone.
I grabbed it. Let me catch it.
Incomplete.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They take the lead here in the second half.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. A little release to the back.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass. It's Hammond. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Sends it back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Moving out to the right. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. He tries to take the top
Dude,
off.
what the
And
fuck?
they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He makes the catch at the 10. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
bunch on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Drops back on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw again. Right side, it's Thomas. Runs through a man. He might have space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Buying a little time to his left. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Left side is Singleton. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking for a crease. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Buying time to his right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense.
It's crazy, right?
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. There's some room. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The ride. Touchdown, Florida State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. Holds on, it's Gentry. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Avery. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. Look out!
No.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Flying out to the left. The 20. He's at the... and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing the... Wide open on the right. Running inside the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Here comes the two-point try. Moving the pocket, it's Hammond. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Red Raiders in the hurry up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Breaks the tackle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Rush is on. Being chased. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Throws quickly. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He's changing the play. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the right.
Dude,
and they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver. He catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks, and getting them.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over.